we're going to talk about some natural Christmas decor. Maybe you want to stretch a dollar around Christmas time and decorate with things that are easy to find, more from nature, or maybe that's just more of your vibe and you don't like a lot of the traditional Christmas decor. Maybe it feels tacky to you. I am going to bring you so many ideas to just decorate in a more natural way and a more budget-friendly way this Christmas. So hey, my name is Lana. This is Girl Teach Me. This whole channel is just to help you on your journey with motherhood. The time that our kids are in our home is really so short. And so even just decorating for Christmas is just a sweet way to set the table for such an important season. And it can be really overlooked like it's not important. And it is. The environment in our home is important, but it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. We can just put some time and intention into our Christmas decor. And so that's what I'm excited to talk about today. A lot of this Christmas decor is just things you can make with your kids. So the one I'm going to start off with is the paper stars that I made with my kids last year. They actually hung in my kids' room all year long because they loved them so much. They're so beautiful with lights put through them, but y'all, they're made from paper lunch sacks. They're so easy to make, and they're just a really beautiful touch around the house. You can make them with all kinds of different designs depending on how you cut. It's literally just glue, paper bags, and then maybe some twine. It's so simple to make, and I love the way it looks. The next one is just getting a lot of evergreen scraps from like a Christmas tree lot and then stringing them together and tying them with floral wire. You can do this over mantles, you can do this over doors, over windows. The next one's eucalyptus. You could do the same thing with eucalyptus. There's gorgeous, gorgeous pictures of tons of eucalyptus on a mantle or over a door. You can do the same add-ins, stringing them together with floral wire. It is really, really not hard. I think McQuillan Smith talks about this in her seasons book. I'll link that down below. But so many good ideas in that book as well. But she just talks about throughout the seasons to decorate with the 5 senses, and that kind of gets your brain going in a different way. Another idea is just beeswax candles, candles everywhere, long ones, short ones. You can make your own. They're not that hard to do. And you can get a big tea light set. You can set them inside, even just little masons. That is so beautiful. Just lighting lots of candles in the season. Obviously, candles dirty up your air, and so just trying to get some good clean ones like beeswax. If we're talking about the 5 senses, it's not really great if we're like being choked on some fake Christmas scent. And so I even just really like the smell of beeswax. I think it's so nice. And so those are probably my favorite candles. Another fun one is to get a white branch and even spray paint it white and dangle some little ornaments off of it with some twine. I saw that in a Magnolia magazine. That was absolutely beautiful. You can even do like a Jessie tree with a branch and spray paint it white and hang different ornaments that remind you of Jesus on there. That's a really sweet Advent tradition. I love to add in Advent things for my kids, things that point to Christ in our decorations. So they ask me, why do we do this? Why do we do that? I think one thing that can be really beautiful around Christmas time is just draping big, chunky, cozy blankets everywhere that you might sit and gather. I think that's a really lovely way to decorate. But I think just adding natural greenery where you can, of course it dries out and some people may be allergic, but it just has such a good scent. It just has a different vibe altogether. So I feel like you kind of can't do too much of it. And the great thing is that after Christmas, you can take away all the add-ins and kind of leave the greenery because it's like a winter decor item. A lot of times when Christmas is over, we just take all the decorations down and then the house can be super bare because how do you decorate for January, right? But what's kind of nice is just to leave a lot of the greenery up through January and even February. And then when everything starts to bloom, you just sweep all that away, all of that dead greenery, you get it out of there, and then you just put some freshness into the house with spring. So I really appreciate decorating that way. I think it's really nice. I think as long as you remove a lot of the red from all of the decor, I think it really transitions well from December to January. Adding wooden logs by the fire in like a basket or stacked a certain way or in like a big crock or something like that, or something that kind of holds it. I don't know. I'm not thinking about it right now. I can't think of the word, but that can be really lovely. I love dried wood. I feel like even just stacking it in a fireplace, even if you're not intending on burning it, that can be really beautiful too. Another idea is adding the dried oranges or the lemons. I mean, all you're going to do is to slice them and then just dry them out for a while in the oven. You want to make sure you really dry them out because one time I did not dry them out and they were like molding on the tree. That was not lovely. That was not lovely natural decor. But as long as you dry them out, they actually even last year to year. I have a whole container of the ones I made last year, and there's really no mold or anything on them. So just make sure you dry those out. I think mixing and matching different citrus fruits, that is so beautiful to me. And I think also too, just getting something on the stove, like some kind of like Yuletide, like potpourri, that can be so nice just to kind of have that like a low boil. Even throwing some cinnamon sticks in some water if you don't have a lot of stuff, or like orange slices or something like that. Just getting the house smelling good. Don't underestimate how much that can change the environment. But I just wanted to encourage you before you go, you don't have to have a lot of money to decorate. Just make it intentional. Maybe strip away anything that was left over from fall, get rid of the clutter, and make room for what's most important in this season. For me, that's just like focusing on Christ and focusing on some family time and slowing down and getting those like hibernation vibes and kind of turning inward a little bit. I think that's what winter is about. I hope you just have the sweetest and merriest Christmas season. I hope you're able to go against the grain a little bit with culture just pulling you in one direction, telling you that you have to spend all this money and do all this stuff. And I hope you can just enter into the new year without having overspent and have lots of regrets on, you know, compensating by buying this or that. I made another video that I think could be really helpful for you. It's 10 ideas for thoughtful, everyday, inexpensive gifts. There could be some ideas, gifts to give family, to give neighbors, to give coworkers, just some really inexpensive, more natural minded gifts. Some of them DIY, some of them not. So that could be a good next video for you to watch. And before you go, I hope you'll hit subscribe. This whole channel is for you. It's just to help you be a better mama, to help you enjoy the journey a little bit more. And I'll see you again in the next video.